welcome to do so. Yay, and it worked. All right, perfect.
All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming to our Retrospective 2 for Northeast Colorado BLBC 2. Tonight, we're going to go over our management and financials for the Rocky Mountain Microfinance Institute. Tonight's agenda, we're going to start with announcements. We're going to go over the rules of the retrospective. Our entrepreneurs are going to give their presentations, and then we're going to have a breakout room feedback forum at the end. This is some of the incredible staff that has been working hard behind the scenes to make this retro possible and to make sure that our entrepreneurs get all of the needs that they have met through RMMFI. Always feel free to subscribe. You can opt into the new RMMFI community and volunteer newsletter at rmmfi.org/newsletter. The newsletter is the best way to learn about RMMFI news and events, hear stories from our local entrepreneurs, and learn about other ways that you can support our small business communities. Tonight, we are going to be going over the financial and management pillars. During Retro 1, we covered marketing and operations, and our entrepreneurs showed a very strong knowledge of their skill set in that area. So tonight, we're going to see just how well they covered their financials and management for their own businesses. Our big rocks for this evening are going to include their launch and ongoing strategies, capital needs, key success indicators, and then the revenue, cost, profit, and cash flow assumptions for the first few months up to year. Rules of the retro. All of our entrepreneurs will be able to earn up to $800 towards their launch loan eligibility based on their scoring metrics that we're going to go over next. The entrepreneurs will present their retrospective slides. I will control the slides. Let us, if an entrepreneur can just let me know when to move to the next slide. Doug will be handling all of the chat and breakout rooms. So if you have a question or need some clarification, put it in the chat, and after each slide, I will leave space for question and answers regarding the entrepreneur's presentation. Only mentors and RMMFI staff will fill out the electronic scoring forms. Each presentation has its own scoring form. Make sure that you're filling out the correct one. Doug will also provide each one in the link of the chat, so you should be able to click on that if you do not have the score page in front of you. Links to the scoring forms will be, I just said that. Feedback is anonymous, and all of the scores and comments will be shared with the entrepreneurs. If you give a score of 3 or below, please try to include some feedback as to why you scored 3 or lower. Each of our entrepreneurs are going to have 6 minutes to provide their 9 slides. After that, we're going to provide a few moments for any follow-up questions or things that might not have been clarified in the slides to be able to be expressed or asked to the entrepreneur. When we're done with all of our entrepreneurs' slides, we are going to have a 10-minute breakout room where you'll get to meet an entrepreneur and talk to them one-on-one about their business goals, and what it could look like working with RMMFI. You'll be able to chat with them, give feedback and encouragement, and share any ideas or suggestions for them with their business going forward. This is our entrepreneur team and their coaches. Kim, we have Jack and Alec. For Liberty, we have Latanya and Kate. For Becky, we have Mark and Bo. For Etho, we have Aaron. And for Darian, we have Tom and Doug. Our mentors have been a great help in helping our entrepreneurs get their businesses started with some helpful guidance and just all around good cheerleaders along the way. So I want to thank all of my mentors for all of the help that they've been able to do and provide to our entrepreneurs. Thank you, guys. All right, we're just going to jump right into it and start with our entrepreneur presentations.
Yeah, and Kim's still not here, so yeah, we can skip to Liberty.
All right, Liberty, it looks like you're up first. You can just go ahead and say whenever you're ready and I'll get started.
All right, Jen, go ahead. I'm ready.
All right.
Hi, guys. My name is Liberty Nelson. I am the owner of Free of Burdens Bookkeeping, located here in Sterling. I'm a bookkeeper for small businesses in the area. I can be contacted Monday through Friday at 720-926-0731. And I do have a Facebook page. I forgot to give you that, Jen. Sorry. So for my launch strategy, the main things that need to be done in order for me to launch my business. So I will be enrolling in accounting school where I will get my certifications for bookkeeping and tax preparations. I need to purchase the equipment for my business and start posting more actively about my progress and tips from a bookkeeper and stuff on my Facebook page. And then I need to finish having my website created and get my business licenses. So the 3 to 4 major growth objectives that I hope to accomplish in the first year of my business. So my 1 to 3 month goal is to finish school, obtain the business license, and purchase all the equipment that I need for my business. My 4 to 6 month goal is to start bookkeeping for my 9 current clients and increase those clients by 4 clients a month to hit my year goal. My 6 to 12 month goal is to continue to grow 4 clients per month until I reach my 39 clients, my annual goal. My average revenue per unit, number of units sold per month. So for my products and services that I offer, so I'm going to do balance accounts, annual tax preparation, and cleanup projects. My sale price for that is $30 per hour with a 5-hour minimum. So for my monthly goal is going to be 39 clients with a $150 minimum, bringing my revenue forecast to $5,850. So what it costs to make my products and services. My average cost of goods per unit is $20 an hour, which is going to be my labor that I pay myself. So my owners draw. My monthly number of sales is going to be 39. So my average monthly COGS forecast is going to be 3,900. And my fixed costs are just my marketing and operations, which would be $580 a month. So the gross profits and what's left over after my COGS are going to be my monthly revenue total is $5,850. My monthly COGS are $3,900. The average gross profit is going to be $1,950, and my monthly net profit is going to be $1,370. So my break-even point a month is $4,480. My cash strategies that I have in place to ensure that I have cash on hand to make sure my business can operate. So my length of cash flow cycle, I'm going to be doing a monthly subscription billing. So I'll charge for the 5-hour minimum at the beginning of the month. If it goes over, then that'll be charged from the subscription for the next month. My owners, and then I will make sure that I don't go over what I budget for my, oh gosh, that word just totally slipped out of my head. For my equipment and what I need for everything in my business, my marketing and all that, and then make sure that I take out my $3,900 per month for my owner draw. And then I plan on saving $250 a month in a separate account for future if I would decide to grow my business, or for extra advertising or things like that. The major costs that I need to launch my business, so the universal accounting school that I plan on going to, for my initial certificates are $3,300, and then for the inventory certification that I want to get is $700. My office equipment is $1,300. My marketing initially is going to be $150, and I plan on funding those through personal investments, grants, and loans through this program. And the total cost of all that is going to be $5,450. And again, my name is Liberty Nelson. I'm the owner of Free of Burdens Bookkeeping, located here in Sterling, and I do bookkeeping for small local businesses in the area. You can reach me Monday through Friday at 720-926-0731.
Woohoo!
Love Liberty, love it. Does anyone have any follow-up questions or anything they might need clarified from Liberty based on her presentation? You did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
And this is also an opportunity for anyone who might not have their score sheets finished up to go ahead and get that finished.
Liberty,
Okay.
this is Jessica from RMMFI. I think I missed your KPI slide, or did you have that?
Oh, my KSIs? Yeah, did that get skipped over? Because I did have that.
Ooh,
I might have missed it when I was making notes, but
No, because now that you said it, I don't think that I did go over. Yeah, that's it, Jen. Go forward. You're going the wrong way.
This way.
Oh, sorry, guys.
okay,
You
it's
know-
not just me. I was like, oh, I was paying attention.
I did
catch,
do a
Jess.
KSI slide for sure. That exists.
I can actually, I hope that I didn't, this might be a.
I think I saw it.
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, you just skipped over it again.
I was going to say, I think you were just
Tell
moving
me
too
when,
fast.
everybody.
Okay.
It was
go
on there. It was on
one
there.
more. Okay.
Oh, wow.
This one, stop. Okay. So my KSIs are going to be, so I want to have a 30% lead conversion rate to sales. And my operation KSI is focusing on customer satisfaction. So I want 95% delivery, on-time delivery of my services, and a 4-star rating from monthly surveys or like Yelp or Google or anything like that. And then my financial KSI is I'm hoping to increase $600 gross profit every month. So now we're finished for real. Sorry.
Great job.
Guys, sometimes my
Good job.
mouse pad is so sensitive.
No, that's a good catch. I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh man, no, she's right.
Steve, I noticed you have a question. You have your hand up.
Actually, more than a question, I've got some tips for her. Great job, by the way. I was actually went to dinner with a friend that's a bookkeeper in Denver, and she commented that I forgot what this famous bookkeeping software is the name. It's one of the important ones. QuickBooks is offering free classes and training. So you might want to look into that, because they actually will train you if you use their software and so forth. So you can look.
I can definitely. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can just research that. And then also, I was at a conference this morning, and banks really like bookkeepers. So when you're supporting your local entrepreneurs, tell them that when they go to the bank that they're working with bookkeepers, because they really appreciate the fact that the entrepreneur is organizing their numbers and that they have that backup.
Okay,
And
I'll definitely let.
So that'll be that should be a good selling point for your services as well.
Awesome, thank you.
And great information about QuickBooks. I think just about everybody could find information like that handy. So thank you for adding that in, Steve. All right, do we have any other follow-up questions for Liberty, or anybody still need a little bit of time to finish filling out their score sheet? Okay. Thank you, Liberty. Again, you did an absolutely wonderful job, and I look forward to seeing your business in the future.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Becky. Becky Guernsey. Becky, would you like to go ahead and let me know when you're ready, and I'll start pushing buttons. Not too fast this time.
Okay.
All right. And Becky.
Hi, everyone. I'm starting a business called Start Something New. It is a new to you boutique, a secondhand store that is in the business of helping you help yourself. I'm currently just working from the house because I'm doing everything online or on the road. I have my phone number and it's always available. It goes to my cell phone. I do have a email address and I am getting a new domain name. Instead of Start Something New Fun, it's going to be startsomethingnew.shop. And then I'm a veteran owner. Go ahead. So my launch strategy and things that I'm going to need to do over the next few months, and especially before boot camp gets done, is I have a 3-month marketing plan where I am going to do a lot of social media stuff and just blanket guerrilla advertising. So I need to get some printed advertising material, some business cards, some flyers, brochures, and things of that nature. I want to do some CDs I'm going to paint and vinyl records, and I'll paint them and then put them out at different places. I'm going to start hashtagging the heck out of everything. And I'm going to create a content calendar for social media where I have different daily posts. Online stores, I'm going to set up a Facebook store, which is linked to Instagram through the Meta Business Solutions. Google also has a place where you can post your products and then link it back to your Facebook store. And then again, my startsomethingnew.shop, and everything will all be linked to one website. On the business side of my business, I need to figure out how to track my inventories easier, simpler. I need to do a QuickBooks checkup, make sure I'm subscribing to the right products. And I have an appointment on Thursday, tomorrow, with a resource person that I found. And I need to get in touch with DVR. Go ahead. My ongoing strategy. So over the next 12 months, first things I want to do is I want to get more people following me. I want to get build a following. You can't build your brand and market yourself if you don't have somebody to market it to. So I want to double the numbers of people I have in my Facebook buy and sell group. Currently it's 325. So in the next 3 months, it'll be 650, and then 300 followers on Facebook and Instagram. And those are for my pages, not for my groups. And then 4 to 6 months after that, the next quarter, I'd like to be able to start my own storefront again, find a place that I can rent, get to the Mile High Flea Market one weekend, a full weekend, not just going on Sundays or Fridays per month, and then set up 1 or 2 additional vendor booths. And these are different than vendor events. This is where I'm renting space inside somebody else's shop. I currently am set up with one in Canyon City, and I found a couple more that are en route or along the way. So that way it wouldn't add anything to my expenses. I'd already be driving by. 6 to 12 months past that, do 10 vendor events throughout Colorado. That gives me a couple months where I don't have to, and then hire my first employee to run that store while I'm traveling about. Go ahead. My KSIs, I have to continue to track and measure these things. You know, for marketing, I need to see how many people, what a percentage of my customers are shopping online versus whether or not they're coming to the storefront or vendor events. And I want to see the number of leads that I get, or follow-up leads. So if you go to Google or Yelp and you click on my page, are they actually coming and buying something, or are they just clicking on my page? My operations, my aged inventory, I need to make sure first in, first out. So that way I'm not sitting on things that I should have got rid of a long time ago. And then the average sale per customer. So when a customer comes in, do I get $5 from each one or $2 from each one? My financials, you know, as long as I'm showing a monthly profit of $1, so, you know, I'm making anything for 3 consecutive months, then I'm probably going, if I get under that dollar, not showing a profit, then I need to figure out something. Go ahead. My revenue assumptions. On average, I sell things anywhere between $1 and $25 to $30. So we went with an average price of $7.50. Most of my things are going to be under $10, so $7.50 is pretty decent. And at 200 items per month, which is, roughly about 3 items per day, my forecast would be $1,500. Go ahead. My cost of goods sold, because I get so many items per purchase, it's very low. So $2, and that includes my travel and my time and everything like that. And at the same 200 units per month, my COGS forecasted is $400. So on top of that, we have the marketing, my travel, insurance, a website, and that's mostly just domain name, 1099 contractors, and owner's draw. And I have that low because the rest of what I would pay myself, I'm reinvesting. So my fixed costs are $950 that go with the COGS. Go ahead. So if I'm making $1,500 a month, my COGS are and I got that average profit is in the wrong spot. So that average gross profit is going to be $1,100 a month minus my net $950 in fixed cost to have my net profit $150. So my P&Ls every month should read right around $150. And on average, if I'm selling 180 items at the $750, that's breaking even. Go ahead. My cash flow assumptions. I'm not sure if the length of cash flow cycle, if exactly what I put in there, but I can't have people charging stuff and saying that they'll pay me tomorrow for a hamburger today. We ain't Popeye. So I need to make sure I'm not letting people do that. And it's something that I do have a problem with personally. I just like to help people. So, but I need, people want to buy my product, they need to buy my product. Strategy to ensure that I have enough cash on hand. That's where I'm making sure I reinvest into the business with my owner's draw. And then additionally, I can supplement with my personal finances and then continue to look for other sources of capital. Strategy to do with anything over my $1 profit. Well, instead of renting, I might be able to purchase a storefront, hire additional employees, book additional days at the flea market, find and lease additional booths, and beef up my advertising. Please go ahead. This is supposed to be my capital needs slide. I've been thinking about trying to get some kind of tonneau cover or camper shell for my truck because that way I don't have to worry about damaged product. And enclosing with my trailers, again, damaged product is one of the biggest things I lose money to. So those would be some of the capital needs that I have. I'm able to work with the Department of Voc Rehab, state of Colorado, and that's where I'm going to look for some extra funding first off. And that's how I'm going to start something new happening.
Woohoo!
And that might completely be my fault.
Good job, Becky.
Yeah, great job, Becky. There were some issues with converting it from PowerPoint back into a Google slide. So I do apologize about that capital slide. I looked for it and it wouldn't convert. And I tried copy pasting, it wasn't letting me. So I apologize for that, guys. All right, that's Becky with Start Something New. Do we have any follow-up questions that we might want to ask Becky concerning her business or anything that you might need clarification on concerning her business or entrepreneurship ventures?
I do actually. Becky, great presentation, by the way. This is Doug. And I wanted to say, I noticed that it looks like you made a slight change in your business from your original idea. And I think that's awesome. I think as an entrepreneur, you have to be flexible and willing to, modify here and there. And so I just wanted to know what was the motivation behind the change? Are you excited for it? I know it's not a huge change from your, previous idea, but I'd love to know a little bit about that.
Well, I'm not sure what change you're talking about, except for maybe the storefront, because I did originally have a storefront last year. I
Yeah.
was just financially, I couldn't afford actually all the rents for the house and the business. My husband's gone back to work, and so that's made things easier there.
Oh, nice.
But so when I lost that storefront, I had to restructure and try and figure out how I can still keep this going. And that's why I went with the vendor events and online stuff to try and just keep momentum going. And so that way it didn't fall through, because I really wanted to succeed on this.
No, I think that's awesome. I'm so excited you can get the storefront back. So congrats. That's wonderful. You're working towards that. So I think that's great.
Thank you.
Hey, Becky, this is Jessica. Can you explain a little bit more about your 1099? It says that you want to use 1099 contractors. What do you envision using 1099 contractors for?
Well, I'd prefer to use 1099 contractors for everything, simply because I wouldn't have to worry about the payroll taxes and all of that, workers' comp and things like that. However, I would think somebody brought it up last time at the retro that 1099 contractors, you have to worry about some other legalities. And so I'm still looking into that. However, right now I'm currently working on getting my license reinstated. And so when I travel out of town, I do need to have somebody who is licensed to drive take me, so that way, we don't get arrested. And that would be, and for a few months, I would still need to pay that person.
So 1099 or contractors to do various jobs.
I mean, sometimes I get people to help me unload heavy loads and stuff like that too, and it'd be 20 or 40 bucks. So there's various jobs, but mostly it's the driving.
All right, cool. Thank you. Great job.
And our legal class will be on Monday, and I do know that our presenter for that class will be going over 1099 in detail for our entrepreneurs. All right, it seems like everyone should be getting finished up with their forms by now, so we're going to continue on, and we'll move on to our next entrepreneur. Etho, you are next. You just let me know whenever you're ready, and I will start your slides.
I'm ready. I'm Etho Foxhill. I'm the owner of Shimmery Seams, the creator of the original Ribbon Bears. The ideal friend for what's important to you. Weaving community togetherness with our unique line of awareness plush. For the retros, we're focusing on the Ribbon Bears that I do, but I do a whole bunch more things. Everything I do is seamstress projects, so grow with me clothes, bears, dog items, etc. But they're all under the same genre. We're just focusing on the bears right now. What I need to get done to immediately relaunch the business, to make it really go, is I got to promote the bears more. I need more posts on social media. I need to grow my Facebook page more. It has a page, it has a group. I just need to grow it and make it go. Working on doing an event in December. I believe it's December 2nd. So I'm going to try to build up an inventory. I need to work about 10 hours a week in order to build that inventory up right now. And so I need to get better about tracking my hours, how many hours I'm cutting, how many hours I'm sewing, how much I'm building up. And I need to get my WordPress website built. In 1 to 3 months, I'm hoping to sell a minimum of 15 products a month. I'm hoping for a lot more, but I'm just going with a very bare minimum. 4 to 6 months, hoping to sell at least 50. 6 to 12 is I want to get my bears into a hospital gift shop or bought from a business or charity use as a fundraiser. Keep the sales goal around 50 bears or so. My 12-month goal for the business is I want to have enough profit to buy this really expensive, wonderful machine. It's a Luminaire Innovis embroidery machine, because it's going to take my business to next level by being able to embroider names on the bears. I've already got somebody who wants her son's name on a bear, and I get that request a lot. Right now I outsource that, but it'd be a lot better if I could do it myself. My key indicators are 25% of my leads will be converted to sales. And rather than just focusing on selling things at an event, I need to talk to at least 50 people at an event and hope that 25% of that's going to come back and they're going to buy a product, or they're going to tell somebody and that person's going to come back and buy a product. My operations My operations is to increase the amount of bears or products I produce each month and add more products. Hopefully someday I can turn the Tough Shed into a small bit, into a shop and they can come and look at them, but it's down the line. Sales revenue, I just want to keep it growing over the month and see if I can how much I can produce and how much I can sell. My product is the ribbon awareness bears. They sell for about $40. If I add embroidery, I add weight trim, they're a little bit more. As long as I sell 50 a month, I can hit my monthly revenue forecast of 2,000, which is more than enough to do what I need to do. Yeah. My cost of goods is $7 right now. Monthly sales is 50. My COGS would be 350 a month. My utilities and internet is strictly used for the business, so that's what it is 135. My website is 25, marketing is 25. Owner's draw, if I decide to take it, is going to be 850. Always pay yourself first. So I'm planning to do that. Anything else, I'm rolling back into the business. And so my monthly revenue we're shooting for is 2,000. My COGS are 350, which will give me a profit of 1,650. My net profit is 627. My break-even point is 1,035, and I have to sell at least 32 bears to break even. I can sell other products too, but it's going to bring the amount that I need to sell either up or down. My length of cash flow is all products are paid at the time of sale, so I don't really have anything outstanding. Due to the low production costs, I just need to sell 32 each month. Like I said, sales of other products will help. And I'm going to save for as much as possible for future endeavors, supplies, including purchasing the embroidery machine, remodeling the Tough Shed to make it a shop, whatever I need to do. But mostly I just plan to roll them back into the business. My major cost right now, and this is all things that I've done. So supplies and fabric is a major cost, but I have enough supplies and fabric right now to probably make 200 or 300 bears. So my major costs are very low right now. It's marketing is 60. My compliance and hang tags is 55. I just contracted with my company a few days ago to get new ones made. So she's just waiting on me to get size dimensions to her. I need to do a business license and I need to work on the website. Time is my major cost. My time to sew them, cut them, etc. That's going to be my biggest expense always. My funding source is personal investment, grants, loans as a last resort, and commitment and belief. And then these are some of the newest bears I just did. The purple one on the left, I just kind of quickly threw it in this little deer that a friend of mine sold me as a prop for Christmas bears. But this one is a dementia bear. It's actually being sent to a family in Washington State. Dave Quiring, excuse me, with Quiring Monuments is the one that created my son's tombstone. So this was a gift that I'm doing for his family. The other two bears were used at an anti-bullying event in Nebraska, and they were given out as gifts for people that entered their names. The orange one is a Unity Bear for Unity Day, which is in October every year. The blue one is for anti-bullying, but it could stand for other awareness things too. And then that's my Facebook and website and phone number. And you can call or text at any time. I'm always available.
Woohoo!
Cool job, Ethel. I absolutely love we got to see your product. Again,
Thank you.
Second time we've got to see a second set of products. So thank you very much for that. Does anyone have any questions for Ethel or need to get their score sheets filled out? I will leave this time for any questions that might need filled.
Ethel, this is Jessica. I guess I have a question
Yes.
for everybody tonight. I just want you to explain a little bit about, on your last slide, it was kind of investments that you're looking for, and the bottom was commitment and belief. Can you expand on that a little bit? Because I thought that was pretty cool to see that.
Commitment to myself, making myself accountable to myself, committing to the time. Right now, everything kind of fell into place at one time back in May. So I got a job. It's flexible job, RMFI at the same time. And I was offered an opportunity to finish this college eligible class that I put on the back burner for like 8 years. It's the only class I need to finish the psychology degree. And yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to use the psychology degree, but might as well finish the class since it was offered to me. So I have a lot going on right now, and I don't want to put the bears on the back burner. I want to make sure I'm committed to at least 10 hours a week. Some weeks I can spend a lot more. Some weeks right now I'm spending less. I don't want that. I have to spend at least 10 hours. So I have to commit, make myself committed to myself, and just a belief that God's got this business as much as I do. I know that if this is what he wants, this is the door he's going to open. And so far he's opening doors after door after door, and I just have to keep going.
Yeah, I love that look at kind of like what investments you have to access, and like accessing belief and commitment inside yourself. It's pretty beautiful. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's a couple questions. Steve, do you go ahead?
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't know if you lost internet. I was like, oh no.
No, it was
Is it
in the
me or
process.
Mark?
Oh,
Go ahead,
Steve,
Steven, you were first.
Okay.
You
Great,
beat me to it.
great presentation. I have a question for you, and I think I asked this for you about it in retro before at some point, but I have a kiddo that's in a cancer program, and he's going through treatment. I think you mentioned at some point, but can you refresh my memory? If I want to purchase one of your amazing bears, can he get it at this at the cancer facility, or what requirements do you need to be able to give him something like that?
Right now, I don't have them in any hospitals. That was a suggestion of Erin, is to look into the hospitals and stuff. So I'm trying to contact some of the gift shops and stuff. You can email me. My email is up on the slide. My phone number is there. So just contact me. Tell me which cancer, if you're willing to share that, when you place the order, because every bear is based on that child, that cancer. So I have a neuroblastoma bear that's all based in the gold color. So where you see orange, it'll be based on that. And like the purple is for dementia awareness. The orange was Unity Day. The blue is for anti-bullying. But I have probably 40 different colors I can do right now. And that's why I want the embroidery machine, is because it'll be the quick and easy way. Because Erin had a wonderful suggestion. Why limit it to 26? I've always just done 26 because you can't differentiate the different colors. Well, if I embroider their foot and say neuroblastoma or heart disease or whatever, a parent can walk into the gift shop, or anybody can walk into my business and say, oh, that's the one I want because I know somebody's suffering heart disease, or I want to memorize my dad who had heart disease. So it'll be quick and easy for them to know not only the color they want, but they can pick it based on what awareness is for. But I can also do my bears in different prints. Like if he's got a special character he wants and he wants to incorporate it on the bears that they're going to kiddos that are going through treatment currently, I'll throw on a superhero cape for the bear, just as they're fighters, they're warriors.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Mark, I see you still have a question as well. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I just kind of two questions, but how long does it take you to make like that one bear that's for example, the one that's for like bullying, the blue one there you were talking.
Anti-bullying bear, I did that in less than 2 hours. I was invited to help Kim, who's a fellow mentor, out at her anti-bullying event for her charity out in Nebraska. And I was like, you know what, Kim needs these bears as a fun giveaway for her event, just to have them displayed. I didn't care about my business at all. I was just like, oh, this might help with her charity that she's doing. The kids loved him and stuff. One of them was won by a child. The other one, it was funny. It was won by Forrest, who used to be on the newspaper here in Sterling, Colorado. And it led into a joke that he was like, oh, the mayor would be out here going rah, rah, rah if he had pom-poms. And I made a joke and said, oh, well, then he needs a tutu. And you make it. I'll put it on him and we'll give it to him at a council meeting. So that's the goal, is I got to make a red and white tutu for the mayor of Nebraska, for Sydney, Nebraska, as a joke that Forrest wants him to have.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So it just kind of all falls into it.
Okay. So 2 hours, that's pretty amazing. Cause I was working with another lady that did something similar And she was saying sometimes it would take her 4 to 6 hours. And that's kind of where you were talking about your time, how precious the time is, because it's time sensitive for you creating these wonderful bears. And so, where does it come to a point where you have to charge too much for one, for example, in order to be able to, pay yourself properly and keep your business going? And that's why I asked that question. If that makes sense.
That was where I just raised my price to 40. And what I do with these bears versus my other bears, these I can easily streamline. Like if I'm going to make 10 dementia bears or whatever that day, I know they're all purple. So I can throw out, 10 layers of purple or whatever. Every one of my bears, even if you flip them on the back, and I know I didn't show the back, every piece is a different color. So every single bear piece has a different color. On the character bears, sometimes that doesn't always happen because they don't make 22 prints of Superman or whatever. So I can layer them and I can cut 8 layers one time. So I can easily cut out, if I take one day, like Aaron and I discussed, if I take one day, 8 hours and cut bears all day long, I can probably get 15 to 20 cut out. And then I can sit and sew them. I can say I sew 10 an hour if I'm really pushing it. My goal is 5 because I like to make sure they're perfect seams, perfectly done. Those eyes are perfectly aligned. So the reason I say I can do about 5 sewing in an hour, it takes me a little longer to stuff them because I've got a plate and screws in my wrist. So sewing from start to finish, if I'm just doing one bear, 2 hours max. But I do them in a piecemeal fashion. So I'm getting usually 5 to 6 done every couple hours.
That's great. Well, sounds
and
like
I might
you
have
really know
I
what
might
you're
have
doing.
20 shells on the shelf, and then I'd have to stuff them all. But stuffing them I can take and do on the run if I need to.
All
That
right.
is impressively
Well, great
fast.
job. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sarah, I heard your voice. Do you have a question as well for Etho regarding
And
her
that speed
presentation?
is impressively fast. As someone who crafts, that's impressive.
Oh,
Thank
just
you.
compliments. Yay. Again, wonderful job, Etho. You love your products. I love that you featured your products on during your presentation. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right, Darian, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Hi, my name is Darian Tate. I am the owner of Tater Tot Photography. The name comes from a nickname I had growing up as a kid and the memories of seeing things with wonder from a different point of view. Because of taking pictures growing up, it helps me also see things that wouldn't necessarily be cookie cutter photos, which helps me bring out the authentic and wonderful self that is in front of the camera. I want to focus on anything with anniversaries and families. My website will be tatertotphotography.com. My Facebook and Instagram is Tatertot Photography, and then I can be reached at the email. For my objectives, for the the things that I'll need done to launch my business, I'll need legal protections, a POS system to make sure I can get paid, a bank account, and my website launched. I'm actually looking into changing my domain over to Pixieset instead of using Google. My goals for the first 3 months is I want to actually have 1 customer per month, which I'm actually on track to have. I have a customer lined up for this month and for November. My 4 to 6 month goal, I want to have at least 3 customers per month and have at least 1 continual customer. And my goal from 6 to 12 months, I want to start looking for a studio and be able to afford a place for the winter time to still continue to take pictures at. My KSIs for my marketing, I want to focus on leads generated, which I will be using Einstein. It's an artificial intelligence that helps you analyze your marketing activities and content. For operations, I want to focus on revenue generated and how many people that continue to use me as their photographer. And then for financials, I want to focus on the costs per customer. My average revenue, so for the products and service, I want to make sure that if they do a payment plan, they'll pay half up front and then the rest after they get their pictures, or pay all at once before the photo shoot. For my average sale price, I'll do $100 for an hour. Sales per month, I want to have at least 5 customers per month by the 6-month mark. And my average monthly revenue would be about $500. My average cost of goods would be $20. My number of sales per month would be 5. My monthly COGS would be $100. For my immediate fixed costs, I have phone and internet, which is $125. My travel would be $50, and my owner's draw would be $20. Which it would be $195. My gross profit, my average monthly revenue would be $500. My average monthly COGS would be $100. My gross profit, my revenue would be $480, and my net profit forecast would be $190.